Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Table fall over and there goes the guitar. Wouldn't be the first time. Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Ross Recording Studios. Welcome back. And we're going to do a deep dive into the IYV Rickenbacker 330 copy. Somewhere's in there, 360, 330. It's a copy, but it's... I just love all of that. Whoa! Alright, we had a little bit of fun. More fun. And a couple things I saw people reviewing these, of course. I thought I was the first one to review this model, but no. But a couple things is, so far, just doing a quick glance at my guitar, it's perfect. Everything, all the routers, all the frets, all the inlays. Not doing a microscopic look, but one gentleman on YouTube was reviewing this guitar and he goes, well, you know, chip guitars, you get certain quality, like the routed edges here were chipped, a big chunk chipped out, and well, I'm not sure if it actually came like that or when he took the pickup out, it chipped it on the way out. One thing is for sure, if anybody ever does remove these pickups, watch out for these edges right here on the corners that you could easily pull the veneer off. I haven't done it on this guitar, but I have done it on other things that are veneered. First time, and I can't think of an example, but yeah, that's happened. Toaster pickups. He also took the pickups out, and he's got the meter on there, and he's like, well, a little bit low on the meter. I don't know if I got the imitation right on it. A little bit low on the meter there, and yeah, these pickups aren't very hot, so I don't know. I think maybe we'll put something going on here, and then he played it, and he's like, these pickups sound terrible. We replace these things. Every once in a while, I'll research something, and I wanted this guitar for 40 years, so there was no researching it. I wanted it, I bought it immediately. But I did not know anything about toaster pickups. Well, toaster pickups, yeah, because they look like a toaster. So long story short, when Rickenbacker first came out with this guitar, they had toaster pickups in it, which are not very hot. They are a low pickup. And then in the years after that, if you look on their website, I believe they have a model available with these, but most of them are available with the hotter pickups. Everybody wants the hotter pickups. Personally, I got, you know, a ton of IYV guitars. Some of them are clean, some of them are hot. The IYV Les Pauls I have, I hot rodded it with the Seymour Duncans. So yeah, I've got all kinds of guitars and all kinds of pickups. And one thing I didn't even know, a friend of mine, they got the cheap, you know, low impedance knobs on there, probably the 250s, you know. So yeah, I had these changed out to the 500s, not even having a clue of what I'm doing, because 250s are not cheap. It gives a different tone. There's a different ohmage going through. So 250s versus 500s, I think there's one in between. You get a different tone from the guitar. Now, I forgot what is hot, if it's the low or the high ones, but I'm not going to mess with anything. So take your meter, toss it. These are very low pickups. To me, that should sound really rich and full in a clean tone. You know, so many people get the guitars, and they're even, Positive Grid has this insane package they just came out with, total harsh distortion. Well, that's cool, but to any beginner guitar players or any guitar players out there that you want to play guitar in a rock and roll band, learn how to play the guitar clean first. Learn how to play a guitar with a clean sound to it. And then when you add your distortions and all that, you'll be great. But if you learn with distortion pedals on, you're kind of getting a false sense of what the guitar is, your learning capability is, and you're just an effects girl hitting buttons and playing with hard distortion. So you hand a guitar player like that that's never played clean an acoustic, they don't even know what to do with it. So learn an acoustic, learn how to play the guitar clean before you hot rod your pickups. And so what we're going to do is a little more deep dive into here. It is winter time. Oh, we got dry heat. You got to have the heat cranked up. I have a humidifier, but it doesn't keep the room like it is in the summer, 70, 80, 90 degrees humidity. I think 60 is probably preferred, and I'm anywhere between 30 and 40. So all my guitars, the strings have loosened up on it. And that tells me the neck is warping this way. The strings loosen, and I got to tighten them up. So it's a very bad situation for guitars. I hate it. I got to deal with it. So I did check this guitar with the straight edge, and I could see it was out, and the action, it came kind of high for what I like. But okay, let's see what we can do with it. We got the tools, we got feeler gauges, so got an extra pair of glasses. I should get some of the magnifying glasses. I can really get into this, but yeah, very cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with having to make an adjustment. If you buy a guitar at the Guitar Center, hopefully before you get it, they take the guitar off the rack. You've played it and it's great, but they're going to take it and they're going to check it out, set it up for you, set the action, I hope. Got another shop. You can bring the guitar in, you can say, hey, can you check it out? He sets it up for you for like 60, 70 bucks with a new set of strings. That's a bargain. That's a hell of a bargain. But I found that he's not as careful as some of the guys, but that's okay. He's done it a long time. But I guess it's almost one of those things where you want something done right, do it yourself. And I've messed with, I'll be honest with you, I've messed with truss rods before. No, it was a sad state of affairs. I play Farming Simulator, and once I tried to do some leveling in the field, well, I'll tell you, it looked like doomsday. There wasn't a level spot. It looked like 100,000 bombs went off. So yeah, I had one guitar. I tried to adjust the neck, and oh, wow, that was a nightmare. So what we need to do is take off the truss cover, and this is probably where I will cut, maybe, I don't know. It usually goes right up, starting with low E, but something's funny that now, I don't know. It clicks and then it goes right to A. So now I can do an accurate check. Of the fretboard. Can't get a pick in there. $25, $20. Let's see what we got. Well, I don't know. I had them all set to go, and as usual, get everything ready to go, and everything changes. Okay, there's 5, 10, 15, and 20. We don't need anything more than those 4 for sure. That's right around 0.10, I'd say 0.12. That's that direction. Well, even 0.10 is pretty tight there. The neck is pretty close. I had it really close with just the tension of the string, so we can do better because we want to pull it back. Since it's arched this way, the strings loosen up and you have to tighten them up. Not good. And I already had this guitar the wrong way, so I pretty much know it's clockwise now. And a little, this is where I messed up. And if anybody is watching and you want to know a lot, a little is a lot. So if I do, oh my God, I just want probably 1/8 of a turn, and I would almost say that's too much. This should probably almost rock now, because what it's going to do is make a high point here. Okay, I've got no rocking, so did it pull it back any? That's tight. I had 0.10 before, now I'm down to about 0.5. And that's not really, it's tight on that one, tight on that one. It maybe slides in on that one perfect, but I'm gonna say that's it, man. That's gonna be it. So close up time, and then 15 won't go. So we're down to these two only. And that, so you push it in there now, it can rock it. Yeah. So it's not 10. And like I said, there's no rocking now. It's perfectly flat. Put the 5 in there, it rocks. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. You can see it was just not even an 1/8, and being a carpenter, one of the things we use is our eye. Besides strings, besides level, is how does it look? So I noticed right off the bat with this guitar when I got it that the neck was a little bowed in. I can't really tell if we can see if it's straight or not. And I need to get it. I don't want it to fall. So let's try. Bring it down. Well, it's probably going to start focusing on the headstock. So let's try it again. I can't bend over to see if it's in focus or not, but I used my eyeball and it was perfectly straight, so hopefully the camera's picking it up. But if you look down your guitar, you'll see the bow. String pitch ruler. Oh, I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'll tell you, if anybody knows what all this stuff is, let me know, because that's their little magic trick there. Abracadabra. Abracadabra. It's the Fitze ruler. And I've got, so we have a steel ruler. To be honest with you, I have a video that's got all the numbers, what the low string should be, and this card makes it easier, so that's all I use now. I'm going to use you have the electric guitar, low. It's on the left is how low you can get the strings before, you wouldn't want them any lower. Then you got the high. I could tell right away from playing it that the action was very high. So we check it at the 12th fret. Can we see the strings? Can we see the fretboard? Bring it down. So I can't really see what it is from here, so I have to get my glasses on. It looks pretty good. Oh my God, it's on the low side of the high string. So, and then I look at the low gauge, and it's about 3/4 of the way. So it's saying I could bring it down. And I'm not even going to play it. I want this thing as low as possible. So, first thing again is tune it back up, because I noticed I didn't put the A string back. Okay. Bass is almost alright, really. And they gave us an Allen wrench for this. Doesn't look like that's seated correctly in there, really. These two are nice. This one is nice, but this one is off. I'm not going to mess with it, though, I'll tell you that. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to mess with it. like not much tension at it either. Yeah, we'll worry about that some other time. We did the first fret. Well, this might be too long. A little tension on it. Yeah. I lost the pick. Unbelievable. I didn't go anywhere. I'm right here, so we got a whole box full of them. So there you have it. Complete setup. You can time it and see how long it took us. And notice that I thought I started to talk about this before. Alright, continuing our deep dive here. It's kind of funny just how the tone of the light, there's the white, and we darken it down to the yellow. There's white, bring it to yellow, here's the white, bring it to the yellow, and really brings the richness of the wood out, doesn't it? White, yellow. And it's kind of funny that I got the alien strap and got Resident Alien on Netflix, which I gotta say is one of the funniest fucking shows. Holy shit. So yeah, just before we start to turn it on and play, I've still got the plastic on the knobs, I've still got the plastic on the back side of the tuning pegs, there's still plastic on the pick guard and the top of the IYV. We've got it neck perfectly straight. You know, the only other thing to do is, you know, a fret polish and all that, but I don't know, maybe we'll do a fret polish on this, why not? So again, there was another guy that had a little bit of complaints on the craftsmanship on the routers here. So look at, perfect, right? I'll get out of the light, keep it in focus. So yeah, if you get anything that does not have the plastic on the guard, on these knobs, on the back side, there's the round circles have plastic on it, send it back. Send it immediately back. Don't even hesitate. If you got a guitar that has damage in there, they'll take it back. As long as you didn't do it. Well, look at, it's perfect. And notice that this is not like, you know, I started to say at the beginning of the video, and damn it, didn't I get sidetracked by a mile. But if you notice, this here is nothing like any of their 6-string electrics ever made. George Harrison, Pete Townshend, Tom Petty, all the ones in the book, they're all different. So I think it looks pretty cool because it looks kind of like the bass, you know. So this is kind of a copy, but it's an original copy. So I'm super stoked, super happy about that. It looks awesome. It looks cool. I mean, has anybody noticed that? I mean, to me, it kind of almost looks better than their 6-string guitars. And so let's look at the F-hole close here. Maybe we should bump up the resolution here. Go full. Or is that going to make it worse? Is there a macro on this? So yeah, I'll have to watch it back to see. These are recessed in there, so if you ever unscrew them to take them out, place extra caution that you do not pull the veneer up. I said that before. I've made mistakes like that in the past. You can see like right there, it looks like you can almost see the side of the veneer where they're recessed. Now if you probably spent $2,000, that would be probably polished, shined up, you wouldn't even notice it. So I'm ecstatic about the quality on this. That hole looks pretty good to me. I don't know what I'm looking at here that you can't see with the naked eye when you're playing it. Okay, there's a little roughness maybe on the inside. They could probably be polished out. That's what you're going to get for $2,000. It's all that polished perfect. You know, you're only seeing this because it's magnified. If you go to normal, looks pretty good. Let's get over here and so there's where you're not getting the $2,000, but it's awesome. I mean, maybe I'll try to clean it up, maybe I won't. And of course, underneath the edge, that would probably require a special file. I would have to look into that, but yeah. And there could actually be plastic on it. I don't know. They put plastic on everything, so maybe that's what it is. We will examine that in the future, but another thing, the side of these frets has been polished. I've had a couple, even the EJC 500, their Big Daddy, was a little bit rough on the side, which again, easy fix for saving $2,000. But this guitar is really nice. They're polished straight up, so there's the joint, very nice, all glued on. Very nice. Are we still running? And it looks great too, but it's not balanced very well. But this guitar is balanced awesome. So again, I love these toaster pickups. I don't know if they've got a name for them. Let's get that. Can't go too loud. So now we're playing through a Fishman practice amp. No effects. Reason being is I could take a $10 guitar, throw it in a positive grid bias FX. I can make that $10 guitar sound like a $10,000 guitar. So, how does a guitar sound straight? No effects, plug straight into the amp. No distortion again. It's hard to tell the tone of a guitar, how good it sounds if you crank on the distortion. Yeah, it's like it does what the pedal is named for, distortion. It's distorting the sound of the guitar, so you cannot get a clear sound, idea of what the guitar sounds like. Again, you hit a couple distortion pedals, start playing AC/DC rock out. How do you know if it's sounding good or bad? So what I like to do is start with an E chord, something that everybody knows. Everything's full on the guitar. I'm not going to do anything fancy and flashy. Now we're up in this chord range. range, it's like playing Steve Howe. It's, you know, blah, blah, blah. I could play all kinds of crazy stuff, but again, you're not going to get the ring and the richness of a guitar. Did you hear any richness there? That doesn't sound too awful. That's both pickups running in the center. You get your bridge pickup, treble, and you get your neck pickup, your rhythm. And very noisy, like it, again, P90 pickups, atrocious. I noticed they have another Les Paul Jr. copy, you know, if they did it correctly, it's going to be noisy. For some reason, a lot of these pickups from the early 60s and 70s were noisy. But you run it together, and it's not as bad. It depends how far you are from the amp. I can make it sound noisy just by getting in a certain position. I go away, the noise disappears. So you got a noise gate, no problem. But if you want it, so we got to go through the pickups. Let's do the neck pickup for the full rich sound. Is gone. If we throw it down to the treble pickup, hear it? Now it's almost dominant. Sound. That's almost muffled. So they're taking it down a little bit, and they're bringing the rest of them up. Now if you want to make it brighter, I'll pull the volume down 2 notches. Out. Treble pickup, and down 2 notches. Down 2 notches. Smooths it right out again. So there's 4 separate sounds. Now, put it in the middle, put them full up. Right? That's what I like. Smooths it right out. But there's still not enough on the top E string. What that fullness. That's too full. But I still need it to be brighter, so I pulled the top one down 2 notches. Body with no high. That's too high with no low. But that in the middle, all full, was just too full body. And that's a little bit low. Half a number. Bring it up. And that's not doing anything with the tone. Usually I run the tones all the way up, I'll admit it. Hardly ever adjust them. I'm getting more of a sound change with the tone just on the volume, suggesting, you know, that's going to be pulling up the bass. So if I turn that down, you're going to get a little more brightness. Same here. If I pull the brightness down, I'm going to get more bass. I call the mud sound with stereos. A little bit too muddy. That brings the bass down, the mid-range up. Sounded great, huh? Sounds pretty good. What do you think? And that's 2. So I know 2 of those chords. Flying high
knowledge of the land, spoke to me in sweet and custom ways. Before you take what I say in a different way, and it's easy to say that this is all confusion. As I see the day in me, I can also show it you, and you may follow.
Rickenbacker. That's time perfectly. I guess I just gotta do everything again and hit fucking record this time. Alright. Cool! I think it sounded great. For the tone, it's like, you know, he's adjusted to get a little bit more of that Steve in there. I don't know what guitar Steve was playing on that. Probably an ES 175D for the rhythm. Don't know. I don't know. Somebody who knows more about the Yes album than I do for the recording of the master. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just guessing. Of course, you can hear the acoustic in the background playing the rhythm too. So to get that hollow body sound that's famous, and you hit, you know, a little bit of chorus in there, a couple of equalizations. I mean, it was going to change the sound of this guitar drastically. So out of the box, the intonation is perfect. Actually, that's what I set on this. That's the very first thing I was going to do. It was the intonation thing. You hear it beep when it's on. And then bring it back to tuning. Standard. Stuff, I guess. And we heard it clear, clean, no effects. And for a guitar to sound good without any effects, maybe on it. So that's the only thing I do, and that's a nicety, not a necessity. So my Fender extra heavy pick. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope this was instructive, informative. We all maybe had fun and learned something, because it's kind of fun putting these things together with these IYVs. They're just so fantastic guitars. Peace out.